Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hit it, Frank.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kimmy.
Hi. I'm so glad I made it to the pod. Only 40 minutes late today. Wow. Impressive. So fucking annoying.
We're both professionals. I just have Harrington living in the background of the podcast today. So.
There's a man in your home. Yeah, dude. I fucking get to the hotel and I get there. First of all, I'm the queen of booking flights at the worst times because I wait too long to book them. So then I just have to take what I can get.
You are big on saying you have a trip in 3 days, but you don't have a flight yet.
Yeah, that's like my thing.
Yeah.
I love to spend thousands of dollars on a trip that it could have been 200. It's like my favorite thing.
Apparently, yeah.
Love. It's like one of my passions. So I get to the hotel. I'm up at 3 a.m. My flight's at 6. So I'm up at 3, packing, went to bed at 11, up at 3 a.m., packing my shit. I'm on the fucking plane. Planes are planes. The whole thing about a plane is fucked. The TSA process.
The whole thing from top to bottom.
It's fucked. The TSA process. First of all, TSA, if you ask them a question, they treat you like you are their abuser. Like you raise them and you physically abuse them as a child and they're making eye contact with you for the first time. Why? I don't know. Why do I need to get an attitude with TSA every time I go into the airport? I don't know, because they get an attitude with me and I'm not on the clock.
It's the same. Yeah. The airport is the same as the DMV, which is the same as the car tow lot. It's like they're trained to be rude.
I'm trying to find in their training. I'm trying to find where to get my baggage. And I can hear people. The signs are so confusing at the Houston airport. I'm pretty good with it usually, but it stops saying baggage claim at one point, and then there's just a staircase and then a thing that says exit only. So then I turn to this lady. I go, "Is this where the rest of the baggage is?" And she's like, I'm like, "Excuse me, bitch. Are you on lunch break? Did I disturb you?"
I was just going to say, it's almost like they're trained to respond the absolute most rude way possible. They're like, when you're asked a question, we want you to use the fewest words possible, definitely do something weird with your eyebrows, roll your eyes, and mumble under your breath the least amount of information that you could possibly give the person.
This bitch used 0 words on me. She just made a sound, sucked her teeth. Like,
they love that. That's also in their training program. You actually have to suck your teeth in the interview in order to get a job there.
You do. When they ask you if you have any questions about the company, if you don't suck your teeth before you answer or roll your eyes, you're not in.
You're supposed to suck your teeth and roll your eyes when they ask you if you have any further questions about.
I was like, bitch, don't act like people don't ask you 1,000 times a day because the signs get confusing. Right after I step down, another person asked, and I understand that it's annoying that everyone asks, but literally your job is to sit there because that corner has a lack of sign. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But what's amazing is that, like, put a sign in, you know?
Put a sign in. Sweetie, when it comes to planes, where do you prefer to sit?
I mean, first class if I have the option, but I've never done that before.
Fucking duh, bitch.
I prefer to sit as close. I want to sit up front. If I'm not in first class, I want to be able to peek over and see what they're doing in first class.
Not you smelling the back of the hairs of the first classers.
I like to see what kind of perfume they got going on up there, what kind of outfits they wear to the airport, just kind of dream a little.
Yeah. First class smells like fucking Chanel. Last class smells like Bath and Body Works.
It is crazy how the scent changes as you walk to the back of the plane. And then in the very back is the bathroom that somebody specifically went to that bathroom to use to have diarrhea.
Yeah, I like how they have bathrooms in first class, but you can't use them. They put, sometimes on certain planes, they put like a piece of fabric, but it's still see-through. It just tells you that you're poor.
But you know that if a first class person has a stomach ache, they go to the bathroom on the back of the plane to deal with it so that the other first class people don't realize that they just had diarrhea.
Yeah, they 100% shit on the peasants. Shit in the air of the peasants.
Yeah. You're not going to use your nice bathroom.
No, again, I book my flights so far in advance that I'm usually in the back because all the seats are taken. It's so funny when
not so far in advance.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not so far in coming up. When I was leaving Skankfest, it was really funny. We were getting on a plane and there was a couple of guys that were leaving the festival and they were boarding and they're like, oh, you're probably like going to go first. And I was like,
then you had to watch them all board before you.
I was like, I was literally ended up sitting next to the guy at 33D. Which was so rude because a seat opened up and then I left and I feel like he thought I was offended that I was sitting next to a fan, but I just wanted my own row.
It's a lot to sit next to a fan on a couple hours of a flight though.
I don't need a fan hearing me snore, watching me drool, looking at what I'm looking through in my phone.
Sleep face.
What?
Nothing's more embarrassing than sleeping in front of people, by the way.
I mean, I just realized very recently that I'm a snorer. And
how'd you find out?
By a guy that I was seeing was like recording me. And then I got a sleep app and it records me every night. And I snore like I did. I thought I was a cute sleeper. I thought I went to sleep like this.
I've never heard you snore, but you are definitely not a cute sleeper. Listen, you're an adorable person, but you sleep with your mouth wide open. You drool. You're drooly.
I know. I'm a drooly girl.
It's cute if you love you, then it's cute. Like I'm like, oh, Kimmy's in dreamland, and she's like
dead. Yeah, it is. It gives mouth breather for sure. It gives very much mouth breather.
But I think as we get older, we all start to snore.
Yeah. I had this fucked up dream while I was sleeping on the plane that in the middle of the plane, they started going by and doing laser COVID tests on everybody. And like, I didn't realize, like I had a dream that I woke up on the plane. And they were coming down the hall with these things and doing rapid tests almost and then when they walked by this black lady, like 3 rows in front of me, the thing went off and they're like, we got one. And they're like, we got a positive. They're like, we got to land the plane. And they were like making a big fuss. And then they started forcing her to shave her hair. They like took out this buzzer and they were shaving her hair. And I turned to the person next to me and I was like, I think this is racist and we should do something. Okay. I was like, her hair has nothing to do with COVID. And there was a black girl next to me. And in my dream, she was still next to me. And I was like, what do we do? And she was like, I don't know. That's what you're supposed to do when you get COVID. I was like, shave your head? I was like so confused that I had never heard of that. And that it was happening in the middle of my flight. And then I woke up to a normal flight and I was like, that was bizarre.
No, that's so weird.
It is.
Weird. What's weird is that you just saw this girl and then you managed to dream her.
Yeah. I dreamed the whole situation in the plane. I don't even know if that woman was really up there in front of me, but
I sent you this TikTok recently about like, I found it so weird how like I do look at my phone 24/7, yet I've never seen my phone in a dream.
That just fucked me up.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, that just fucked me up.
Like I'm looking at it all day long, all the time. You think it would pop up in one of my dreams, and I've never dreamt about touching my cell phone, using it, calling somebody on it, nothing.
Yeah, which is crazy because I've definitely dreamt of like, I've had TV in my dreams. I've definitely had radio. I've had like even maybe cameras, maybe.
Yeah. No phone, no cell phone in your dream. Is it like just like the simulation can't handle that?
It's the one thing it can do it. It can do the entire universe, but it can't show you a cell phone in your dreams.
Well, if it puts an internet in the dream realm, that does open up a lot. That takes a lot of fucking software, you know?
G-Mike said maybe because you can't read in your dreams. How do you know
you're not reading your dreams?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Can you read in your dreams?
I've never seen any words to read.
Exactly. Like I think dreams don't put. I mean, let me look it up. But like, I've never read my dreams. I've tried to read my dreams and I couldn't do it. Like I've literally in a dream opened a book and went to read it and been like, these words make no sense to me.
Weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. It's fucked. The dream was fucked, but I managed to sleep on the flight. Listen, if you're on a flight, this is my advice for you guys. If you're on a flight and you want to sleep, if you have a carry-on, like I have this little carry-on, I always bring it with me. Well, this time I checked it and I kind of regretted it, but because I had another bag, but I'll put this, I pull the tray out. I'll put this way on the tray and then I'll just fall asleep right on top of the bitch. I don't see anyone else ever doing it on a plane. It's so comfortable. I'll sleep right in that bitch. I'll wake up, this whole side soaked. Soaked.
Drool City?
Drool City. I'm pretty sure I farted in my sleep on the plane today. I'm pretty sure I'm like farting, burping.
Wait, they didn't make you put a mask on?
No.
So you got to drool freely. I'm so happy for you.
I drooled freely because I almost drowned the past few flights I had when I fell asleep. I woke up, had to dump my shit out a few times, pour it out.
Yeah, because I was going to say the last few flights, I mean, I look like somebody who's just waiting to perform a terrorist attack because the way that like my face is covered and I also have a sleep mask over my eyes and then I have like a pillow around my neck and a hood on and it's just there's just fabric covering me.
Sleepy terrorist do you see on the news that you said look? What kind of sleepy terrorist comes in with a sleep mask and a neck? If
you were gonna be a terrorist, wouldn't it be smart to come in like the sleepiest person ever who's so sleepy that they covered their entire face and you can't even see who they are under their sleepiness?
Yes, and then your name could be the Sleepy Terror.
The Sleepy Terror, and it's like it's like it's like I'm covered up head to toe. I don't know, like a sleepy burqa.
I don't know.
Just me wearing my sleepy burqa.
Yeah.
I'm just eyes if I choose to slide my thing down.
That's true. I had pretty good seats too. I was with two other small ladies, which gotta love that.
Lottery.
Two clean looking women.
Jackpot.
We all
you guys want to be friends forever? What are we doing?
Not even. We smile, we tap when we need to pee, and we move on with our lives. Because one thing women do, we live in peace with each other.
Yeah.
What else? Did I see anything exciting? Did I see anything riveting? Did I see anything new, crazy? I touched the outside of the plane. I got to keep her up.
I've been touching planes too.
Yeah, you got to do that to keep them up. But the real fucking drama started when I got to this damn hotel.
Yeah.
Well, I come in up since 3, flying, tired, headlining 2 shows tonight, doing 2 hours of comedy tonight. Got a pod. I'm ready. I go to check in. It's 12 o'clock. It's 12:15. And he goes to check me and I give him my name and he goes, "Oh, yes. Actually, it's a little early." He's like, "We're not going to have your room clean for another hour or so." And I was like, "It's fine. I'm going to go get some lunch, send a few emails." I was tired at this point, but I was like, I can hold on another hour. Mm-hmm. And then I come back after the hour to go to check in. And the dude that originally helped me is on the phone. So a new guy's helping me. I was like, I already started checking in with him, but my room wasn't clean. And he's looking, he can't find the reservation anywhere. So he's like, we just have to wait for him to get off the phone. Of course, the other guy's on and anytime I'm waiting and I need something to do, the person that's doing something else, it's always like dumb. Like they're always like, yes, grass is spelled GRASS. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Get off the phone. Or people are like, Houston. Yep. Houston, Texas. Yeah. Texas. Oh yeah. My uncle grew up and I'm like, dude, get the fuck off the phone. Get the fuck off the phone.
I get what you mean. Last week I had to take my computer to the Apple store and I told you about this already off air, but I was having this like day. Like I was like having a mental breakdown and I walked into the Apple store already crying, just like upset. And they couldn't find my appointment. Like they had to move my appointment first of all. And I asked them to move it to 6 and they were like, no, we could only give you 3. So I show up at 3 and they tell me I actually have an appointment at 6. And I'm like, I'm like a child in the Apple store. I'm standing in the Apple store crying my eyes out being like, can I talk to a manager?
No.
Because I originally wanted 6 o'clock and they moved me to 3 and I moved my whole day around. I'm like crying.
Not you being a crybaby Karen.
Crybaby Karen was literally my name. I literally was like all out of sorts. I kept being like, I don't want to sound like a Karen, but I really need to talk to the manager. It was like stupid. And I watched this bitch walk around and talk to 20 different people before she went and got the manager for me. I was standing there crying for a good 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah. These pieces of shit. I don't know. The customer service since lockdown has been horrendous. But it's not even that these guys were rude. They were very, very nice guys downstairs. They were just like, this guy just couldn't find the reservation. And he's like, and it was Kim, right? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I thought you found it an hour ago before I went to go get food. You said I was fine. I just need to come back when the room was clean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we actually found another Kim.
No.
And I'm like, that makes no sense.
There is no other Kim.
There is no other Kim. 1, I'm the only one that's ever existed. 2, if you would have just like done it the right way, we could have figured this out an hour ago. And now I'm 2 hours behind because you sent me away, but nothing was actually going on.
And there's something about when they're not apologetic enough. It's like you at this point should be seeing that you're fully fucking my day up. You should be trying to get me in a room in the next 2 minutes.
You should be
panicking
shaking
over it.
Yes, you should be panicked and shaking them.
Panicking.
Yes.
Like, I want you to still be polite, but I want to see fear in your eyes that you're going to lose your job if you don't get me in a room.
Fear, a little hustle, a little care, a little concern, just a kiss of customer service, please. So this guy's like, yeah, I just don't see a reservation. He's like, do you have a confirmation number? And I was like, I don't know. I have this itinerary. It's from my manager. It's probably not going to be helpful. He's like, can I see it? And he takes my phone, which is already annoying. So he like grabs my phone out of my hand. And he's doing this, like up my itinerary and just reading my whole weekend. I could see him reading the weekend where there's no details about the hotel. I could see him scrolling through. I've read this email 10 times. So I know all the hotel stuff's at the bottom. He's going to the top. He's typing shit in. I was like, what are you?
He's moving over to your photos for a second, seeing if he could catch a nude.
He's doing a quick jerk off under the desk. Like the man is taking full advantage of
He's going to see what's up if he could find himself on your Tinder.
Yeah, exactly. He's taking full advantage. And he's looking at my phone for so long. I go, what are you looking for? And he's like, oh, I'm just typing in all the names in the email. I go, okay, well, my agent's in there, my manager's in there. 4 of their assistants are in there, and then just 2 people from the club. So you're going to be putting in 9 names that are for sure not on this itinerary if you're just putting in every name you see on this email.
Insane.
And this is where
you don't even know who this email is between.
No, I'm like, what are you doing? So then I call the guy that booked the club, the guy from the club. The people over at Riot are fucking great, by the way. If anybody is listening, that's a comic. Work with the people that do Red Yard at the Riot because they're incredible. But I call him and I go, hey, they're having trouble finding the thing. Can you forward me the confirmation number? He forwards me the confirmation number. I get the email. I go, oh, I have the confirmation number. Do you want me to read it? He goes, let me see your phone again. At this point, I'm about to lose my fucking mind. So I hand over my phone, Alex. I'm not kidding. Alex and friends. Mm-hmm. This is what happened. I hand over my phone. This is me handing it. I'm him. He goes like this. And I won't leave the podcast for as silent as long as it was, but imagine that silence for another, I swear to God, 2 minutes. He's just staring. And eventually in my head, I go, what could he possibly be looking at?
He was actually having like a less fucking obvious that's so moment. He's just locked into the fucking secrets of the universe while gazing at your phone.
Yes, it's wild. And like, I'm watching him watch my phone and I'm like, he has to be maybe in my head, I go, oh, these people book through like some scam company and he's figuring out how to tell me that I don't have a reservation. He has to be figuring something out. He looks at my phone for 2 minutes. Then he just writes down my name.
No,
that's it.
Not the name you've been giving him for the last hour.
The name I've been giving him over and over again for an hour, writes it down, spells it wrong. Looking at the thing, crosses out, spells it right again. Then he goes, I'll be right back. And then leaves for 20 minutes.
That's what I hate. That's what I hated. This girl at the Apple store saw that I was already crying and left me for like 35 minutes. I was like, you know, I'm making your store look bad by standing here at the fucking entrance crying, right? You guys should want to deal with me and get me out. I know that it is not reasonable for me to be crying at the Apple store at almost 30, but that should be all the more reason for you to be like, let's figure this out and get this bitch out of our store.
I was so upset.
It's crazy. If I look like I'm about to throw a fit, you need to deal with me and get
if Alex is trying an apple, move her to the closet.
Move me. Take me to the back. Let me talk to the geniuses for a moment.
I want to go to the Genius bar.
What? You think I'm not smart because I'm a woman crying at the Apple store?
So then this motherfucker leaves for like 20 minutes. And this is where I start becoming a bitch because now I'm pissed. Now I'm looking at it. I'm like, now I'm an hour and 30 minutes of trying to check into a hotel off of being up. It's 1:30 now. I've been up since 3 a.m. So I'm like, I need to get in this fucking hotel. And he's just gone. So now I'm being a bitch. I call you. And you could tell I'm being a bitch from the call.
I could tell. I was like, Kim, I think this is the call that you needed to make. Usually once you're upset enough to make a phone call, somebody cuts you off from the phone call and says, oh, Kim, are you ready? Your room is ready. Like they like deal with it just when you get upset enough.
Yes. And that's what you have to do. Unfortunately, in the world is you have to be upset at people for them to help you.
Yeah. You have to call somebody else and make it a third party's problem. And then the help will just like the universe sorts itself out.
Well, speaking of third party, this motherfucker comes back 20 minutes later after I'm done bitching with you. And I'm on the phone going, yeah, Alex, I'm sorry. We're really late for our podcast. And I'm trying to use as many bigger terms as possible. I was like, my manager booked me a thing and he sent me my itinerary from the club I'm headlining this weekend. So I can't do our show right now.
I was wondering why you're talking like that.
We're gonna have to put the whole production on hold because we're entertainers.
Yeah, she's like, I know you have a lot of people waiting. I know that our producer has been hanging around since he probably showed up early for this, but
I was like, listen, I was making things up. I was like, listen, tell the producer he'll get time and a half this week. I'll pull it straight out of my pocket. But the numbers aren't doing well right now because we're waiting so long to get this logo started. I was just saying things. I was just fucking saying things. I was just trying to get it moving. And then this motherfucker comes back, starts typing all happy. And by the way, I'm watching 15 people check in, smooth as ice.
That's another thing about it. When you see all the people who came in after you, who are just happy-go-lucky, it's like everything worked out for them perfectly. And it's the same idiots helping them that are helping you. I'm like, is she better than me? Why'd you go to her?
I almost started, the first people were white and I almost made it a race thing. But there was 2 black men helping me, so I couldn't.
Oh, man.
Like white people. So then he comes back, he checks me in. He's like, okay, we're good. We got you checked in your room. And I go, what was the problem? He goes, yeah, it was booked through a third party like Expedia. And I was like, you're a hotel. Don't 80% of people do this? He's like, yeah, this happens a lot. And I'm like, I didn't say anything because at this point you're like I'm late for the podcast. But in my head, I'm going like, if this happens all the time, why are you so surprised at what's going on?
Also, if it happens all the time, why are you so bad at dealing with it?
That's what I mean. It was like it never happened before, but it happens every day to them. He was perplexed. His eyebrows were like this. Like he was like I can't move my eyebrows a lot. I got a lot of Botox recently. That's why I haven't been booking anything. I fucking made a mistake of going to a rich person's party and I got so much Botox in my forehead and I haven't been able to move the bitch. And I've had auditions where they're like, be sad. And I'm like,
It's crazy because you had the most eyebrow mobility of anybody I've ever met.
Look at, they barely move.
I want to get my 11s done now. You've inspired me.
Honey, call me Stranger Things because my 11s are toxed. Oh yeah.
Your 11's got to be fucking Drake.
Cause call me Stranger Things because my eyebrows are fucking drizzy. I'm in my room and now we can start the pod.
Okay, now let's start.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Hi, Kimmy.
Hi, baby girl. How are you?
I'm good. I
had to tell you about my fucking hotel.
I might have told you this week. I can't remember because I've told so many people, but
What?
I've had such a bout of bad luck recently. Okay, so Mercury went into retrograde, right? And I was like, that shit can't hurt me. I'm golden. I'm a baby of the universe. She's taking care of me. I truly was like, it's not going to mean anything this time around. And then a few days in, my car got hit like pretty badly while I was parked. I had nothing to do with it. Not there.
In the car?
What?
Were you parked in the car?
No.
Okay.
I was parked. I was gone. Car got hit. Lots of damage to the car.
Okay.
I could deal with it, put in a claim, whatever, get it dealt with. It's fine. Then 2 days later, which was literally sitting down to do the show with you last week, I was already in the Zoom meeting. I placed my computer on the table at the studio and the entire screen went out. Then I take it to Apple the next day. They tell me there's supply chain issues. It's going to take 2 weeks to get it back. I have to do all my work without my computer, right? Fine. I can handle it. It's replaceable. It's going to get fixed. So is the car. Then 2 days later, I go to babysit my little cousins. I go to stay with them overnight. Mike is out working really late that night. Nobody's in our apartment. The mirror that you helped me hang, my grandmother's beautiful full body length mirror, fell off the wall and shattered into a million pieces.
No.
All three. And the computer, like I hadn't dropped it. I hadn't spilled anything on it. These were all things that were they just all happened the same week. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. And didn't your dad help us hang that? Like he said it was good when he looked at it or something.
And you know what? I was feeling really guilty about it. Like that maybe we hung it wrong and that it was like our fault somehow. Yeah. And then when I looked at it, I still have the frame to the mirror. It had nothing to do with how the hook was on the wall. It was actually the wire that's attached to the back of the mirror like pulled off the back of the mirror. So it makes me think that no matter how we hung it or where we hung it, it was going to happen over time anyway. But it was just such a fucking weird thing to happen as the third thing in the same week that I had nothing to do with.
That was such a beautiful mirror.
I'm going to try to get it redone. I literally was grieving over it last week. Had me thinking about my grandma all week. Now it's the mirror I use every day for everything. So now I have to pass that spot thinking I'm going to see my reflection and then remember the mirror's broken and then remember my grandmother's dead. And it's like a fucking...
And then cut your feet on some glass.
It's so annoying, dude. It's been... just like, I was like, what did I do to deserve these three things happening? It's crazy.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Even more fucked up. I'm going to have to crouch on top of your bathtub to see if my outfit looks good next time I stay there again.
I'm hoping to have I'm going to take the mirror to a, like furniture repair place. I still have the frame. It's
okay.
The frame is 95% intact. A little bit of the corner came off, but I think it's fixable.
Okay, you can get the frame, put a new mirror in, it'll all be good.
It'll all be okay. It was just a lot. And then I wanted to tell you this too, because I thought it was so funny. Harrington and I had such a Harrington and I thing happen last week.
What? So
we woke up one morning and like from our bedroom, like we just smell this like burning plastic.
Okay.
And I'm like, and Mike's like, you smell that? And I was like, yeah. Like I woke up a little before you and I pulled your vape out from under you. I think you were just like leaning on the vape button all night and like burning the plastic on the inside of the vape. And so all morning we're like Mike's like doesn't hit the vape. He's like, oh, so annoying. I just got this vape. Now it's broken. Like they shouldn't make it with the button. We're like pissed off about it. And meanwhile, the entire apartment smells. We're like so annoyed all day. We're like, oh, vaping, blah, 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 blah. And we step outside and the house 2 houses over burned down. It wasn't the vape at all. It was just me and Mike literally smelled enough burning plastic that a house burned down. And we assumed that it was our vapes.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
That is nuts.
That's how disgusting people we are.
Ew.
Like we thought that we were capable of making all of that smell in our sleep.
Not you believing in your smells too much.
It was wild.
Oh my God. That is a you and Harrington situation for sure.
We're like, oh, it wasn't the vape. It was just the house burned down.
Just a family screaming and dying.
We slept right through all of the fucking fire trucks and everything.
Well, that's New York.
I guess so. But I mean, our street is so tight and the house is burnt down. I mean,
completely gone.
Pretty much. All the top floors are gone.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's so funny that you guys would think that would be from a vape.
It was strong. It smelled so strong, Kim. And when we left the bedroom, and you know how our apartment's like really long, when we came to the front of the apartment, we're like, wow, you could smell that vape from all the way over here. You
guys are idiots.
We're literally retarded.
Yeah, dummies. Dude, have you ever been to a place called Katsuya?
No.
Okay, so I think it's maybe it's just LA, but it's like a fancy sushi restaurant in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I went there on a date recently. Normal sushi restaurant in Hollywood. This is going to trip you out. Normal sushi restaurant in Hollywood. Everything's fine. A little dim, a little dark. When you walk in, they have almost these, they look like plastic clear squares, almost like if you were to cut ice cubes into squares, but they're plastic, like see-through, and then they have knives in them, like an art installation, like a bunch of them on little poles. And I was like, that's interesting. It's kind of a weird art installation. We go to eat, we have a good meal. We go to finish our meal. I go, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm a couple drinks in, a couple mushies in, having a good time. I go into the bathroom. I instantly notice that the bathroom, they're like, oh yeah, the bathroom's right this way. I have to walk into another section of the restaurant that like the chairs are put up on the table and it's like closed down to get to the bathrooms, which already again, my customer service thing is like, if we're eating at a nice restaurant, why is a bathroom in this like shut down dungeon?
Yeah. I don't want to have to walk through a ghost town in the middle of my nice night.
No, it's a nice night. Now I'm in the back storage peeing. So I go to this back area and I go to the bathroom and I push open the sign that says bathroom. And I'm instantly shocked by how long and dark this hallway is by itself, a whole different room. When you open the door to the bathroom, there's a long, dark hallway, very dark, very, very, very dark. And then that's the two bathrooms at the end. And my first thought is, Jesus, this is a perfect place for a woman to get raped. You've got the back restaurant. We've got this door that closes and I go in the women's bathroom and then you can close that door. And then you
were almost looking for somebody to rape there. You were like, this is the spot.
It's almost, I wanted to throw out invites to rapists. It's almost mean not to tell rapists about it.
Yeah. You don't want to gatekeep that spot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good rape spot.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bathroom and I'm sort of have that thought. I go, oh, it's creepy. And then I'm like, okay, it's fine. So I go in, I notice instantly the whole bathroom is very dark too. I go in the stall, I sit. As soon as I sit, I notice that there's only two stalls, the stall, and it's really quiet. There's no music, but there is like sort of like this faint sound coming from the speaker in the stall next door that's going like this. Like just a tap, like someone almost tapping on something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, the speaker must be broken and it's clicking. And so I'm peeing and I look up and I notice in the bathroom, the door in front of me, the wall behind me, the walls to my left and right, and the wall above me, all mirrors. So infinity mirrors, low, dim, black and red lighting.
No. That's really bad for your spirit. You're not supposed to go in that room.
When I opened my eyes and I looked into the mirror, goosebumps went through my entire body. Alex, I wasn't done peeing. You know, when you start pushing your pee out to make it go faster, I pushed it out and ran out of the stall with my pants down. That's so unlike me at this restaurant with my underwear and my pants down. It freaked me out so fucking bad. It was a dark energy. And when I went out and opened the stall and went and looked back, the tapping suddenly stopped. And I was like, ugh. Worst part, this is the part that's going to trip you up. The infinity mirrors, I'm in my head going, that's kind of demonic. Like I've heard horrible things about putting mirrors against each other. They put 5 mirrors up against.
Yeah, you're not supposed to come in contact with like that many reflections of yourself. Like it's
the
bad.
Room you're in was a portal of only mirror.
No,
while you're peeing with dark music, dark red lights, this dim hallway. So when I come out, I'm washing my hands. I look up. Alex, I look up. And when I look into the mirror, a woman's face, a geisha, comes through the mirror and then disappears.
No.
Yes.
No.
And I scream and I run out of the bathroom. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
And then you had to go back to your date?
Then I go back to my date and I was like, told him all this stuff. I was like, the bathrooms are terrifying. It was this thing. And we went in and yeah, dude, the bathrooms have like this weird Halloween trick that if you look in the mirror, a woman's face comes up slowly and then goes away.
It's on purpose?
On purpose.
No, it's real.
This is not a Halloween store. That is not October. This is a sushi restaurant.
I thought it was literally you just seeing a ghost like you sometimes do.
No, dude, me too. And that's why it's fucked. And that is why it's fucked.
What are the prices on this menu like? It's an expensive restaurant?
Yes. Okay, let me show you. Okay. Let's see if you could see this. Okay, so this, let's see if I could get the glare. You can't see much, right? This is just, right here is the bathroom. This is the counter. This is me at the door holding it. Oof, okay. And then, where'd the geisha go? Okay. And then when you walk a little closer to it, hold on, let's see if we can get it in here. You see them? You see, and it's like evil faces.
No.
You see how it pops up?
How does that even work?
I don't know, but they were like demon faces. Like it was like weird.
No.
And where the fuck, what's this Satan bathroom that I'm in at a sushi restaurant? Isn't that kind of dark and off?
Yes.
And like something like very weird and telling in Hollywood about that?
I was just going to say it's very LA for some reason.
Very like Illuminati. It's giving like Illuminati, pizza parlor, children sacrifice, Ellen DeGeneres, conspiracy theory. It gives them.
Lizard people. It's giving the whole thing.
There's no reason to have all those weird things in a bathroom.
No, that's fucked. Actually, I really like it when a bathroom has like flowers and stuff like that. Like flowers, a pleasant girly bathroom with a couch and stuff.
When a bathroom has lotion.
When a bathroom has a foyer.
I don't even know what that is.
Like, you step into the bathroom and there's a room with just like a mirror and a counter for makeup and a few like spots for seating, like a couch and a couple chairs. And then you go into the real bathroom.
Yeah, it's a room. That's rich.
We love that.
When you're Puerto Rican, a foyer is when you just pretend you have a lawyer to scare people. I'll call my foyer on you.
I'll call my foyer.
Don't make me get my foyer out here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's horrifying. I'm sorry that happened to you. And I don't know. The trick at the end almost makes you feel better. Like knowing that it's actually like a trick in the mirror that they just put there for no reason. It's the mirrors in the stall that's really creepy for some reason.
You know what? My first thought that it made me feel better. Then my second thought was, no, this whole thing's meant to be like dark and weird and scare you.
Yeah.
There's no way that the mirror thing is meant to scare you and the bathroom's not.
Don't try to send me into a worser dimension while I'm taking a shit potentially. Please, that's so rude.
Just let me shit in this dimension.
Let me shit in this dimension. Let me chill. You know what I was thinking about recently? And I really hope this for myself. In the long away future, when I die, I'm going to be really upset if I don't die perfectly at the end of a breath. I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to breathe in and then die. Wouldn't that suck?
Yeah. You want to die on an outward breath. You want to die at
and then I die. Yeah. If my breath gets interrupted when I die, I'm going to keep reincarnating on this planet until I die the right way, because it just seems like it seems like interrupting a sentence, like with death.
It seems like the only way to die at peace is to go, just give up.
That's what dying peacefully means, is that dying right in between your breaths. I think.
That seems like the most peaceful way. Going, and then getting cut off.
And then your body has to expel the air in the next minute.
Now I die with a burp in me.
Now my grandkids see me they think that I came back to life for a second.
Now your grandkids hear you queef all because you breathed in too hard from your pussy right before you died.
No. Listen, if there's air in my pussy when I die, I will be pissed.
What if you queefed at your death?
Dude, I mean, you're supposed to like, some people like fart and shit and whatever, which is embarrassing.
Yeah. What does bequeathed mean?
I think it means handed down. I think like I bequeath unto you my.
So if your mom could queef and then you could queef, she would bequeath a queef.
If my mom gave me the ability to queef, which in theory she did, then she has like she gave me a pussy, so she has bequeathed.
Say it.
A queef.
Yeah. Yeah, she has. Me and Sarah have been starting to do this really funny thing where if any of us says anything immature, the other one just goes, noise.
Noise.
We got to start doing it. It's the most funny bro thing.
Noise.
Like I will literally be like, man, that girl has nice boobs. And Sarah will be, well, okay, next she'll go, noise. It's like pulling out your inner frat bro. We're trying to get everyone on that one.
I love it. I'm in.
Yes.
I'm 100% there.
Me too. How long have we been going, G Mike? 40? Cool. That went
Kim,
by fast.
Would you rather, if you had to be raised by a gay couple,
okay,
would you rather be raised by gay dads or gay moms?
Oh, fuck.
Isn't that a tough question?
Okay, this is it. And I am me. I am who I am now. Same
yes,
person.
you're you. You're going to be you.
I'd want to be raised by gay dads. And I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already lean so far into my masculine that I feel like being raised by two lesbian moms would just lean me further into that. And I think two gay dads might soften me up a bit, which is what I'd need more.
Okay. I like that. You're choosing the dads for their feminine energy.
Yeah.
I like it. I would also pick gay dads, but it's more of a lifestyle choice. Like I think gay dads are more likely to have like kind of a fancy apartment and like everything be like super clean and that kind of stuff. And gay moms are more likely to have more of like
it's if you want to be raised in a modern house or a farmhouse, honey.
Yes, I was going to say gay moms are probably tend to be a lot crunchier. Let's put it that way. Yeah, which you would think I would pick the gay moms, but I lean so far into crunchy that I would pick the gay dads to level me out and class me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or all four would be fun. A duplex with gay moms and gay dads. Perfect family.
How would that even work?
The moms are at the top and the dads are bottoms. I mean, at the bottom.
Right. But with that takes 4 people wanting to have babies together.
They'll figure it out, honey.
At that point, it's almost similar to just having 2 sets of straight parents.
That's true. That's a good point. No, it's
not.
Straight parents are so different than that. Ugh,
Yeah.
my hands look old.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, they're getting like older looking. Not my hands maturing right before my eyes.
No, listen, my hands are still all right. It's my face is getting older. Okay. I'm noticing it. I'm almost glad the mirror's gone.
How old are you?
29.
Okay. Yeah. Around like 28, I started noticing my like, oh, it was so hard. Around 27, 28, it's like, oh shit. When I started noticing like here and like my neck, like I started noticing my neck a lot. Like, see that skin? That just isn't loose like that when you're young. Like when you're young, your neck's like this.
Oh man, to have a tight neck forever.
I've sucked so many dicks, it's all wrinkled. It's all stretched.
They stretched it out from the inside.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm starting to notice changes. I'm trying to embrace it because I know that they're only going to get worse and worse as time goes on. Like if I think I look bad now, I'm going to really regret having that feeling and thought 10 years down the line. I'm going to look at pictures of myself from now and I'm going to say, I looked so young. I should have appreciated it.
Yeah. But don't forget also, like sometimes like there is this woman in line in front of me at the airport at Starbucks today. And she must have been like 45 and she looked so good and powerful. And she was like in this power suit and heels. And she like like rich and happy and confident. And I was like, we do get like majorly hot before then though. Like when a woman's in her power, it's super sexy.
That's true.
We got to remember that we're headed towards that. We're headed towards our womanly powers, baby. It's so funny because I pulled out a chair in front of her and it like made a loud sound and she like jumped and she was like, what was that? I was like, oh, sorry, it was my chair. Everyone's jumpy. It's very sad. But I was like, sorry, it was my chair. And she's like, oh, you young kids aren't scared of anything. And I was like, bitch, we could have gone to the same high school probably.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird getting older. Literally a couple weeks ago, I took a Toid here in the apartment and I took a shower. I was just like having a night by myself on a Toid and I took a shower and I got out of the shower and started blow drying my hair. And I was, you know how like your face gets weird when you like turn upside down, like it looks weird. Well, on my Toid, when I caught my reflection blow drying my hair, it just didn't look like me for a second. And in my mind, I was like, oh my God, wow, you're a full grown woman. Because I think of myself as like a teenager. I don't know. It's just like I'm stuck there. But I had this like profound moment where I saw my reflection and I was like, oh no, that's literally a lady.
Why you say you're a full grown woman with 2 tapestries behind you?
Women are allowed to have tapestries. I'll have tapestries when I'm 75.
I actually do believe you will have tapestries when you're 75. And you know who you remind me of who is a woman that will have tapestries till she's 75?
Who?
Have you seen Batty Winkle?
I love Batty Winkle.
That's you as an older woman for sure.
Yes. And she's a fucking boss.
She's the shit. I want to be her when I'm older too.
It's so funny. People make fun of my tapestries, but it's like, I'd like to see that your apartment fucking random Legion of Skanks fan who thinks I'm gay for having tapestries. I would love to see what you've done with your place.
Also, it's funny because exactly where you are right now, your tapestry looks like a hippie crown on your head.
It's perfect. It's so cute, dude.
It actually looks like the crown that you would wear.
It's so me.
Not you having a psychedelic crown.
If I took these tapestries down, I would truly just not be being true to myself as a person.
No, honestly,
is that what people want from me? They want me to just conform to what everybody else? I don't get it.
No, we just want you to let us keep laughing though.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, dude, if you didn't have tie-dye and tapestries, it wouldn't be you. You're right. If you had like a home that was like all like adult, I would be like, I'd feel weird being there.
It would not be as cozy either because again, it just wouldn't be true to who I am.
And also when things are like different like that, you're almost like, you ever see a place that's like so like pristinely put together that you're like, this is not even like, I'm scared to touch anything. I'm scared to sit. I'm scared to breathe.
It's almost like, it's almost the reason that we were so comfortable at Rosa's that night when we went to our friend Brian's mom's house. Her house is just everything that she's ever wanted it to be. And it's weird in a lot of ways, but I've never been more comfortable.
Well, we don't know her real name. We named her Rose because
everything has roses on it.
Everything. The house is pink. It's like the carpets are pink. The couches are pink. The piano's pink. There's roses on the wall. There's rose figurines. There's roses.
It's not our style at all, by the way. It is not the way either of us would decorate our place, but I've never been so comfy just knowing that this is another woman's comfort zone.
Yeah, it was very, very, very fun. We loved Roses. That was one of the most fun nights ever.
Truly. It was the best.
We got to do that again.
Yeah.
All right. I have to go.
Go take a nappy, sister.
I have to nap before this show. But next pod we'll be together.
Fuck yeah. We're going to be in Florida next week, baby boys and girls.
We're doing 2 days at the beach. I'm so pissed. I tried to get us a free hotel using my clout and it didn't work.
Annoying.
You want to know what's annoying is that they said maybe for 2 months, maybe not book the hotel. And then I had to book one double the price when they said no.
People need to stop with the maybe.
Enough with the fucking maybe.
You're going to help me out. Say no right away. It's fine.
Say no right away. I'm having this trouble right now with like a few companies I'm working with where they agree to work with me. And then I do the work and I'm begging them to pay me.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, why am I chasing you? Like we didn't already make the deal.
It's crazy.
And then when you ask them for money, they're always like, oh yeah, I got to ask so-and-so. I'm like, why do you have to ask? We already made the deal. There should be no asking.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyways, before I get on another rant,
the world is topsy-turvy, sister. Don't worry. The world is
topsy-turvy, and I'm calling my foyer.
All right. Guys, plug anything?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Kim Congdon, on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Twitch, twitch.tv/QueenCong1. Check out my other podcast, This Bitch with the hilarious Sarah Weinshank, anywhere you find podcasts. And I will be in Bellflower June 4th with Sarah Weinshank. So if you're near there, come out, come buy tickets. We're trying to pack up the room. Alex?
Fuck yeah. You could follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. Also, if you like this show and you don't subscribe to Gas Digital Network, I don't know what you're doing. Head to gasdigitalnetwork.com. Use promo code TOPIX, TOPIX. You'll get a 7-day free trial with access to every single show on the network, on demand, bonus content, live chats, all the good stuff. You could also support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We have new episodes coming out every... G-Mike, are they coming out on Mondays and Tuesdays? Mondays or Tuesdays on YouTube right now?
Should be Sunday nights on YouTube. Sunday nights at 11.
Sunday nights at 11 on YouTube. You could catch us on iTunes every Monday. Leave us a review. Do whatever you can. If you like this show, you can pay us with words, with little comments on things that say, "Hey, girls, nice job. Great work."
It really, yeah, it doesn't feed me and I get hungry, but it does make me feel good for a minute.
It makes you feel good for a minute, but in theory, that it helps the algorithm, which will in turn feed. If everybody were to comment every week.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. If everyone were to comment every week, this shit would be Call Her Daddy 2.0, sweetie.
Call us mommy.
Call us mommy.
We need to rebrand the podcast.
We need to rebrand and call Us Mommy.
The perfect name.
Dude. It is so tempting not to change everything we've started.
We'll be back with a new show next week, everybody.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.